And now we're linked live to Dublin to speak to Garrett Mulhall from EurovisionIreland.wordpress.com. Hello, Garrett. How are you? Welcome to Radio International.
Hi, JP. How are you?
Well, my head is spinning listening to Jedward.
I'm looking at all the Jedward fans there, and I recognise loads of them on your live stream because they all follow us on Eurovision Ireland. So hi, guys.
Hello, everybody outside there in Ireland, and Jedward, I think, is the biggest thing that could ever happen to your country.
It is the most fantastic thing that ever happened to Ireland and Eurovision, and shame on Dermot for earlier on by only putting Ireland at number 8.
Oh.
I'm telling you, they're going to go much higher. So I'll see him over the weekend, and I will tell him that now. I'm telling you. But yes, they are the best thing that's ever happened to Eurovision in Ireland. They've reinvented the competition for us here, and they've reinvented the competition, I really think, all across Europe. And you can just see the amount of Jedward fans that have tuned into Eurovision for the first time last year, and they're still following the competition now. I just think they're absolutely fantastic. You know, really, really brilliant.
But it's amazing when you actually do the interview with them. You really have to take a lot of energy with you, because it's not that easy to follow them so quickly. They're really switched on.
I've met them as well, and I had to actually hold both of them down, you know, and sort of say, okay, guys, don't run away on me now, you know. But they are the nicest guys you could ever meet. And I'm not just saying that. They take the time. They know everybody by name. When I saw them, I haven't seen them since Dusseldorf. They came running over to me, and they were like, hi, Garrett, you're Eurovision Ireland, aren't you? And I was like, God, how many millions of people do these guys meet every year? And they still remembered me.
Well,
Right.
I think people that can speak so fast, so many words, they must have a good memory.
How can they write that quickly? Gosh, the Jedward fans are fantastic. They're Jepic. That's the word you say. They're Jepic.
Jepic. Jepic. Okay, fantastic. Sorry, Garrett, tell me, you had some news which was released today. Tell us all about it.
Well, there's been lots of rumours going on in regards to how much money was going to be spent on Jedward's performance at Eurovision this year. And there was some talk about, you know, RT are going through a lot of cutbacks at the moment, just like lots of other companies throughout Europe because of the recession. And it was a bit, you know, when people were saying, well, you know, how are they going to be able to put on such a great show like they did last year in Dusseldorf? So it was actually announced today that Jedward are actually putting in their own money in order to help their performance that's going to take place in Baku. Now, the figure that they're saying that it's going to be in the region of €50,000 plus. So that's quite a lot of money they're putting into it. And what that money is going to be actually spent upon is actually going to be something that they said themselves is going to be like very Lady Gaga-esque, where they're going to have some sort of egg-type structures that's going to bring them onto the stage. And obviously they're going to have a great visual backdrop as well. But I still think, and I have it in my mind, that there's going to be water on the stage at Eurovision for the first time. I just get that feeling that they're going to be doing that.
Because they will be the last ones performing on the stage on that night.
They will be, which is fantastic. So they can, you know, the guys in Baku can take some time moving everything in. It could be something very much, remember what happened in Russia in 2009 when Svetlana Loba for the Ukraine was coming on. They had to take a commercial break so they could move her big Wheels of Death in. It might be something like that which they might have to do for Jedward. But to be honest with you, I think whatever it is, it's going to be fantastic because the guys are so ready to put on a huge show. And the other big thing that people are saying is that are they going to have their usual high quips or are they going to have their hair flat? I know that might sound a bit, you know, strange to say that people are talking about that, but they've been teasing us, the two boys, and I asked them that when I met them there a while back, and, you know, they were saying, oh, maybe, you know, and their video for Waterline, which they shot in Tokyo recently, they had some actual pictures and stills of them with the flat hair. And to be honest with you, the fans love it. You know, they loved it, you know, as well. So I think, you know, we could be on for something like that as well. But they really are preparing and getting everybody around them at the moment for their actual performance. And The guys have actually designed their own costumes, and those designs have gone off to the UK and the BBC of all places to be actually made. They're being made by a woman called Venetia, who is the head of costume design for Strictly Come Dancing. Not sure if you know that show, but it's all famous people do ballroom dancing, and it's really, really popular. Well, obviously they're noted, the show is, for the fantastic costumes that they actually make the stars wear. So Venetia is going to be actually making the costumes for John and Edward.
Amazing.
In regards to the choreography, it's going to be done by a company called Spotlight Productions, and the gentleman in question, the choreographer, is Stuart O'Connell. Now, a lot of the Jedward fans will know this, but Stuart O'Connell has worked with the guys on several of their tours, and he's also worked with them in several of the pantomimes which they've done in Ireland. So he's going to be actually doing the choreography for the guys. So he actually knows what the guys like. He knows, what works well for them. And no doubt he's going to have the guys doing somersaults and backflips. And I know that poor Linda Martin is saying, keep all the somersaults to the very end, guys, because I don't want you to fall over and break a leg or anything, Let's keep that to the end. So that's what's going to happen in regards to choreography. I think a lot of people will know that the four backing vocalists, they might actually recognise some of them. We're going to have Leanne Moore is going to be back again this year. She was with the guys last year in Dusseldorf, and she actually won Eurostar, which is almost like Ireland's X Factor several years ago. She's going to be joined by Claire O'Malley, who has worked with John and Edward at Panto and Pantomime in Dublin, but she's also been performing in Philadelphia. We have Shane Greavy, who was in the Eurosong final last year in Ireland, and he was part of the band Bling, who were singing there. And finally, they have Julian Edwards, who is a pretty well-known guy on the West End scene in London, so he's a great singer as well. Mark Rogers will be the gentleman who is tasked with actually designing and making the costumes for the backing singers. So they're going to be the guys who are actually, so that's the team that Linda Martin has sort of assembled around the guys for Jedward and for their performance. But I think it's great to see that the guys are actually so committed to Eurovision by actually putting their own money into the stage production. Because I know that John and Edward are always so conscious that they want to give a great performance for their fans. Everything is for their fans, and they want to make sure it's as visually good as well as it is sounding good. And I think that a lot of the people were really surprised, a lot of the people who aren't sort of Jedward fans, were really surprised at how well they sang in Amsterdam there, at the weekend. They were great, and they were doing the usual thing of jumping around the stage, like Duracell bunnies, you know what I mean, which is fantastic, and we loved them for that. Yeah. But they were really hitting the notes as well, so, you know what I mean, I have to admit, fair play to them. They were great in Amsterdam.
Garrett, we have to stop you a little bit, because otherwise we can't play the second part of the interview and of course Waterline. But thank you very much for coming on. I hope Ireland will do very well. Hope that RTE is ready to host the 8th Eurovision Song Contest.
Well, we'll be happy to welcome you over in Dublin next year for Eurovision 2013, JP.
Okay, we're looking forward to it.